Hello guys, I've just finished watching the Russian Grand Prix, but before we get into this, I'm gonna give you the the results. And so if you haven't already, if you don't want to know the results, I suggest you click pause the video now and watch the race first, and then you will can look at the result, this review a bit later. All right, so I'm going to give you till after the intro to make that decision. So let's get on with my review of the Russian Grand Prix. So as I said, guys, I've just finished watching the Russian Grand Prix, and before we start, I'm going to give you the classification first of all. So Valtteri Bottas won the race. Max Verstappen came second. Hamilton came third. Perez was fourth. Ricciardo was fifth. Leclerc was sixth. Ocon was seventh. Kvyat was eighth. Gasly was ninth. Albon was 10th. Giovinazzi was 11th. Magnussen was 12th. Vettel was 13th. Raikkonen was 14th. Lando Norris was 15th. Latifi finished in 16th, and Grosjean was 17th, and the last classified person was Russell in 18th. We had two retirements in Lance Lance Stroll and Carlos Sainz. So, but let's start at the beginning of this race, because I think it's quite interesting and quite bizarre. So, Lewis Hamilton did two practice starts outside the designated area, for which he received a 10-second penalty, for which was ultimately divided into a 5-second penalty for each of the starts that he wasn't allowed to do. So he was under investigation before the race had even started. So but the start, he won the start in front of Valtteri Bottas, obviously, and then there was a massive crash. First with Carlos Sainz. He avoided an incident. Tried to avoid an incident with Lance Stroll, who also crashed on the first lap. But by avoiding it, Carlos Sainz went a bit too close to through the bollards and damaged his front left suspension. So that wasn't race over for him. Yeah, So we had quite a few battles through the midfield. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton ended up in somewhere in 11th position after serving his penalty. In he served 10 seconds in the pits instead of two 5-second penalties, but for some reason that was allowed. Anyway, he ended up right down the field, and he had to put the hammer down, and he still ended in 3rd position, which was which I thought was absolutely epic. I mean, he drove to finish 3rd after all these calamities that went down is absolutely epic, and that means that he doesn't equal Michael Schumacher's record till the Eiffel Grand Prix at the Nürburgring in two weeks' time. I mean, me personally, I think it would be heartbreaking for the German fans, if he would equal it in Germany in 2 weeks' time. But anyway, that's just racing, and I do think he deserves it. Yeah, and we had a good race from Daniel Perez. I mean, we had a good race from Perez again. In 4th position, he finished. At one stage, I saw he could get the podium, but Hamilton didn't manage to get that. But I think the racing point of Perez was still within sight of getting the podium, and then we had an okay race from Ricciardo. He seems to be like improving. I think Ricciardo has always been good. I just think the Renault is improving now, but I must say that I was watching the race for the first time with my carers, with one of my carers who is from Russia. So she was she was supporting Daniel Kvyat, which was quite funny, and because she doesn't know anything about Formula One, so it was quite funny watching the race with somebody that doesn't really know anything about Formula One. So that was quite funny. Yeah. But anyway, I thought it was quite a processional race, other than the fights at the between Ocon and Ocon and Kvyat. I did think that Kvyat could have gotten the seventh place right at the last corner, but unfortunately that didn't materialize. But all in all, I think it was an okay race. It wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't a bad race. I mean, I'm massively pleased for Valtteri Bottas getting his 9th career win. I think the gap is between him and Lewis Hamilton now is 44 points. I mean, there's still seven Grand Prix left to run, and you know, a lot of people still think, even though a lot of people say he's still in it, including himself, I can't see it happening. You know, I think the points gap is 44 points, as I said, and I think something drastic would have to happen to take it away from Lewis Hamilton. But this is just what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Cheers for watching and listening, guys. And if you haven't already, do consider to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get a discussion going. I'm gonna finish off with a question specific to you guys. Do you think the World Championship is over, and it's Lewis Hamilton's, or do you think we're gonna see a charge and a series challenge from Valtteri Bottas? Let me know in the comment section below. Again, cheers for watching, and if you haven't already, please do consider to subscribe if you like my content, and then we can grow together. And also make sure that you don't forget to activate the bell, so you're never gonna miss another you're never gonna miss when I upload another video. All right, cheers guys, bye.